Alright, if you can see, let me move this tire so you can see up in here. There you go. Alright, I'm going to use my DeWalt cordless drill. I broke them loose and the wrong way. If I broke them loose, I'm going to get them off with this. Get this little adapter in my can you see it? Little adapter. Alright. Okay. Well, this little thing here comes off and exposes the air conditioner compressor. It's oily. Okie dokie. Let me get up top and loosen up this belt here, and then we'll go from there. Let's go up here and look. I believe, yep, there's this little bolt right here. It looks like you have to get it from the bottom. Let's see where it's at. Yep, there it is right there. If you can see it, let's see if I can use this. Show it. It's right. Right there. Alright, points back towards the firewall, so I might be able to get it from the top. Alright, let me dig into it and I'll be right back with you. Okay, let me recap here. So I'll make just one video instead of a bunch of little. Threw a belt on a Nissan Sentra, 1995. Went to the parts place and got a belt. 1995 Nissan Sentra. They say this is the alternator belt. Alright, told me to save the pack just in case. So that's what I'm going to do. 10mm, took the tire off with the impact. 21mm. You can use your lug wrench, you can use your own little jack it up. Take the lug nuts off, take the tire off. 10mm, take this little cover off. Little screws are right here. Little screws are right here, and you got one right up under here. Alright, little cover folds down, flops down. You can see where it's broke. Somebody zip tied it. Anyway, on top you can get to the. You can actually get to the. You have to take the air conditioner belt off. There's a little adjustable screw. Let me see if I can. My hands are greasy. There's a little adjustable screw. See that adjustable screw there? 12mm. Alright. You back it out, you loosen it up. Then there's a 12mm. Move the belt. 12mm right right above it. You can see it. See the nut? See it right there? That's a 12mm also. I used a 1/4" drive, socket, and ratchet because it's a small area. I took just a piece of old pipe or something and stuck it in between the frame and just pushed back on the air conditioner compressor, and the belt's loose. So we take the belt off. I don't want it. Alright, the belt's off. Just want to lay it to the side. Take our new belt. New belt. Alright, let's see if we can get it up in here. Let's give you another piece here. It's really easier to go from the top. So give me a second. I'll put it on. Okay, I'm back. Right up here, there's the tension pulley. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. This camera sucks, I know, whatever. Alright, that's the tension pulley. Alright, that's a 15mm bolt, nut in the middle of it. You gotta loosen that up. And then, this is a 5/16 socket to loosen up the bracket. Let's see, let me get a better view of it here. There's the ratchet. There's the tensioner bolt. Loosen that up, but you have to loosen up that nut to release the tension when we put the belt back on the alternator. You don't have to take the alternator off or loosen up the alternator. You just loosen up this tensioner here, and you have to take these little screws off this panel here, this little panel, so you can get to it. It's not a big deal. Just to loosen up. It's 10mm, and I'll recap when I'm done here. So let me loosen it up and put the belt on. Okay, there's a little tensioner bolt right here. It comes in right over the top of your air conditioner compressor. You have to loosen up that little nut on the tensioner that allows it to slide back and forth, and then you just loosen this up to take the tension off of it to put your new belt on, and then you put your new belt on and you tighten it up. You don't tighten it up too tight. Might be a little too tight there. Let me loosen it up just a tad. I say you want to push up on it to see your tension. Alright, well what I'll do is hang on, let me put you right here for a second. What I'll do is I'll crank it and then I'll check it again. Alright, now I'm going to tighten up that nut on the very top. It's a 15mm. I already have it on a ratchet. I'm going to take the extension off. Hang on one second, let me take the extension off. Put it straight on the ratchet. Alright, then I'll tighten that nut back up. It's on loose. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Right. Let me get it right here so I can tighten it up. Alright, it has a bottom out washer on it. It has a spanner, like a spanner nut on it, so you just tighten it up and until it stops. Give it a little bit more. Just so it didn't back out. Alright. Your belt runs over the crankshaft, underneath the tensioner, back over the top of your alternator, and down underneath your air conditioner. And now we're going to put the power steering belt back on, and I'll do the same. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to what I was doing. Down in here there is a, let me get in here so you can see. There we go. You'll see a socket on can you see it? Anyway, here, let's see if I can get my hand in here to show you. Alright, there's a socket on a, there it is. See the socket? See the long bolt here? Long bolt here? That's a bolt. There's the socket. 12 millimeter. You just tighten that up and it tightens the belt up. And then you tighten this nut up right here. This nut up right here, and that keeps it in place. Tighten this up. You do this in reverse. You loosen this, and then you loosen this up, and it loosens up your whole your whole air conditioner compressor. You take a rod and you stick in between the housing that and the air conditioner, and you just give it a little tug, and what it does is it gives you a space in between your bolt, and you reach your hand in here and you turn the bolt by hand and get it up close to the bracket, so that you won't have to sit there and turn the ratchet. So alright, you get it kind of close. You snug it up by hand, and you give it another little tug, and your belt kind of gives a little push back. So you put a little bit more up, a little bit more. You pull your rod out because you're done with it, and you check your belt to make sure it's still lined up. It's still lined up. It sure is. It's still lined up. And now you take your 12 millimeter and you put on the bolt that's here, and you got two different options here. It depends on how big your hands are or how small your hands are. And you start tightening this bolt up right here until the belt's snug. Alright, just give me a second and I'll show you the results.